Hello, I'm Summer from Happy Family Fireworks. Today is Saturday and it has been a long time. I posted some information about the fireworks because I have been really very busy for the weeks because we are working on the European market and also for the US market. So right now there are two markets mixed together, and we are trying to figure out all the orders from European markets. At the same time, we also producing the market for US market, and also we need to ship out all the things. As you know, right now the situation of the shipping and the production is really very difficult. So we have been very busy for dealing all the things here in China. And today I would like to introduce some information about the fireworks industry in Liuyang for 2021 or maybe in the future. There have been some changes after the Chinese New Year and after two sessions. We started the Chinese New Year holiday, and before the holiday, actually the factory has been stopped working already. So on January 24th, the powder line has stopped, and on January 28th, all the production of fireworks are stopped. And after Chinese New Year, actually there are not many factories reopen because there is a lot of inspection and every time after the holiday, the government need to make the inspection of the facility, and other departments checked before the factory can reopen. Actually, after the Chinese New Year, there are not many factories passed through the inspection from the government. So not many factories get restarted after the Chinese New Year. And then there are two seasons come until March 15th. There were not much production at all. So from January 24 to March 15 for the US market, there has been no production. Actually, there are some production but not many. After March 15, after the two sessions, and then the government made the new rules of the fireworks factory license. I take our factory area as an example to explain the situation here. Our factory is located in Liuyang, south of Liuyang. The name is Wenjiashitao. It's the biggest area of fireworks in Liuyang actually. There are more than 50 factories with the license, but actually there are only top 10 with the biggest tax contribution can reopen after the two sessions with the license, and the other ones from 11th to the after not much tax contribution. They need to combine with other factories. So that means if you are not top 10 factory, you need to find a partner to combine the license. If two owners of the factory, they respect each other and they agree with each other and they want to combine together, and then they can have get the factory open, but they need to share only one license. Before they both have the license, but right now they only have one factory could have a license. So these two owners of the factory, they need to share the risk, the debt, and the risk, and the profit, and everything. Like the two couples get married, if they didn't sign a prenup, they need to share everything from the life after the marriage, right? So when two factories, they met together and they share the same license, they will do the same. They will share the license, they will share the risk, they will share the profit, they will share the debt. If anyone owe somebody's money, for example, if the factory A, they owe some money to some people, so when he combined with the factory B, and then the owner of the factory B also needed to share the debt from the factory A boss. So this combine and sharing the license is a real thing. So it's not like before the fake papers. It's really one. So it's very difficult to find the right person to share the license, because it's really combine all your business life together. So it makes the situation difficult. That's why right now there are so many factories didn't get reopened, and because they didn't find the partner. So after all this combined of the license finished, the quantity of the factory will reduce a lot. So at least half quantity will reduce, right? Because you need to get two factory to combine together with one. And only the top 10 can have the license separated by themselves. This is the first point of the fireworks industry. The quantity of the license will rapidly reduced, and also according to this, the capacity of the fireworks will also reduce, because the factory become less and less, and also the government have new rules for production. They have the new rules of how many people you can sit in the same workshops. Maybe before they can sit 10 people, but right now they only can sit 5 people. So you need more workshops for the workers, and also maybe because before the max powder weight is 500 grams, but right now they can only allow 200 grams. So the workers need to go to the warehouse to pick up the powder weight, the powder stars, and they will waste a lot of time on the working. And this will also reduce the production. It will make the production slow. Before maybe they could make 300 cartons a day, but right now maybe they only can make 100 or 200 cartons. So this is another reason the production capacity will slow down. Also, when you update the factory produce license in 3 years, it always spend a lot of money. It's like 6 million RMB every 3 years you need to spend on the factory to update the license. One of our cooperated factory, they just update the license last year with 6 million RMB, and this year and the next year they need to update the license again. They spend 6 million, and but for 2020 season actually we only worked half year, like 178 days, and we didn't work for 189 days. So it is very costly for factory to spend so much money on updating the fireworks license, but didn't produce enough. Our factory license also will expire in December this year, so we are going to start this license updating process in July during the summer stop holiday. It also costs a lot of money, because all the tubes combining and the labeling workshops need to destroy and rebuild them again by the new rules. Actually, we just did that 2 years ago, and then 3 years after, this rules is not fulfill this. Our workshops is not fulfill the new rules, so we need to rebuild them and spend a lot of money. So that's why the price of the fireworks is getting a little raising up this year, because the factory, they need to make money to survive, because if they don't have the profit, then they will not have the money to update the license. Once they lose the license, they lose everything, right? They have spent so much money on it, and they lose the license. They could not make any production, could not make any money. But only with 3 years, and every year only with a half year to produce, it's very difficult to get all the money back from the production. So that's why the factory need to make profit, so they can keep the factory running and get the license updated. I know sometimes our customers think our price is high, but actually we need to make our customers make money, we need to make our factory make money, and we also make sure our company is making money, so all three parties can work together smoothly. But all this depends on the profit. Only with the profit and with the money, we can keep the company and the factory running, and we could have the good service for our customers, and we could have our license updated. And at the same time, we also need we also hope our customers could make money, so they could keep the factory running. Fireworks business is getting more and more difficult in these years, and actually from last year to this year, the shipping of the fireworks is also getting very difficult, and the shipping cost is getting high and high every year, especially for 2021. It's extremely high, and also it's very difficult to get the containers booking. Even you have the money, it's not easy to get the container booking. So all this information and situation makes the fireworks business more difficult. So we want to survive. It is difficult, we know, but we still want to stick on the fireworks business, because this is what we do in Liuyang, and this is our industry in Liuyang, and we really want to keep going on, and even the situation is very difficult. And besides this, there are some new changes for some of the products, like the canister shells and the artillery shells. Right now, the factories for making them, they are trying to make a union to combine together and make a basic price for all the factory to follow. So right now we are not able to quote any prices for the canister shells and the artillery shells until the union is done. In 2021, actually, the production for the canister shells and artillery shells is extremely difficult. After the summer stop, and we didn't have much production of them, and after Chinese New Year, we didn't have much production. So right now, I think only not us, and I think a lot of companies have the problem of the canister shells, because right now there are less and less factories with the license for making the canister shells. The reason is, when you want to update your license for the canister shells, it demands very big land and difficult rules. So when you are trying to read them, it's very difficult and spend a lot of money. We have one cooperated factory of canister shells. They are making the canister shells for us before, but in 2021, when they are trying to update the license, and then the rules changed, and the first part is they need to spend like 10 million RMB to update the license, and the second part is they need to get more land to expand for the canister shells, because the canister shells is very dangerous, so they need more land. The government asked for these requirements, so the factory couldn't take so much money out, and they don't have too much land to expand, so they lose the license for canister shells. So many of the canister shells factories lose their license like this. And my boss was trying to get a license for canister shells by ourselves, but we don't have enough land. The mountains are limited for our factory. So we couldn't get the license for the candy shells because we don't have more mountains, more land to make the special place for the candy stars. So we could not get the candy shells license. So for now, there are very small quantity of candy shells factory. That's why the production for the candy shells is being so difficult for 2021, and we think it will be more difficult in 2022. Fortunately, after all these years cooperation with the factories, and we got their support, because we always treat them very well, and we are very professional, and we also paying them very well. So that's why they are really happy to work with us, and we get support from them. And for now, right now it's almost in the end of March, but many factories didn't open, and also for the fountains, the shooting charge factory for making the special fountain shooting charge, they didn't open. So many factories of making the fountains, they don't have the shooting charge to make the production too. And also we have another difficulties of the model set missiles. There's a conflict of the production of this. Normally, the small factories who is making the set missiles, they will buy the empty mold from the model factories. But this model factory, they don't have the license for the fuse, so they could not transport the fuse, and so it's difficult for them because they need the fuse to put into the mold before they send the model to the model factories. The model factory who is making the set missiles, they do not have the mold with the fuse. They need to buy from the model factories. But right now the model factories, they don't have a license for the fuse, so in the future it will be very difficult for these model set missiles too. So we assume in the future there will be some very big factories. They need to make the empty set missiles mold by themselves, and so they can have the license for the fuse. They can put the fuse by the machine by themselves, and then put the effects in the tubes into the set missiles. So they need to do the whole in the same factory. Right now, actually there are two factories for making the set missiles. One factory is only making the mold. The other factory is using the empty mold and put the effects in the tube inside. But we guess in the future they will be needing the big factory. They could do two parts of the job, so they can make the set missiles with the model by themselves. No need to buy the empty model outside. So in the future, we think there will be the big factories left, but the small factories, maybe they need to go away because they could not reach the high new rules from the government. So they need to out of the business, and then only the big factory left. And because the factory is becoming less and less, so the supply of the fireworks will be not enough. So the big factory, they will choose the customers who they want to work. Of course, they want to choose the big customers who can pay them well and with big quantities. So we think in the future, maybe in this years it will be very difficult for the fireworks, but after this difficult years, the industry will changing to big importers buy from big companies, and the big companies buy from the big factories. So there will be strong relation with the business relationship. Maybe many small factories and small companies, they will out of the business, only left the big ones, and then the fireworks business will after the after the small factories and the small companies stay out of business, maybe the fireworks business will become more stable for the future. But the situation right now is really difficult, so we always suggest our customers to place the order earlier, because if they place the order earlier, we have get more time to prepare all the printing labels and the tubes and the material of the powder stars, everything. It gives us more opportunity and a chance to get the production prepared. If the orders coming too late, always very hard for the production after the holidays, everything. We have been to the fireworks business more than 50 years, and I have been working here for 10 years. I have seen too much of the difficulties, and I have experienced a lot of hard times for fireworks production and shipping. So I really personally suggest all of you, if you want to buy fireworks from China, place the order as soon as possible, as early as possible, so you can get more time to get your orders produced. And if you have any questions, welcome to contact with us. My name is Summer. I am from Happy Family Fireworks. I have been working for fireworks for a long time, and we will be very happy to answer any of your questions. And if you want to get more information about the fireworks industry, welcome to contact with me. Welcome to email me. My email address is summer, SUMMER, @happyfamilyfireworks.com. And you're also welcome to visit our YouTube and Facebook. By searching Happy Family Fireworks, you will see a lot of video over there. And you're always welcome to call me. And my mobile phone number is 008613974834018. I will put my contact information. So welcome to contact with me anytime. We will be your professional partner. We have been doing for the European market and the US market for many years. We have our own CE numbers, and we have ES numbers, FC numbers. So if you have any questions about fireworks or importing fireworks from China, you are always welcome to contact with me. Even you don't want to buy from us, or you just want to know more information about the fireworks industry, also welcome to contact with me, so I can put you into our contact list. When I get some updates of the fireworks, I will send you the email. We will be always very happy to update the information for you, and we will be always happy to answer any of your questions. Right now, actually, for US market, we are looking for the looking for the partners, because from 2020 season, we start our own Happy Family Fireworks brand, and we are trying to make our brand very famous in US, and we believe we could do that. So we are looking for the partners from US market, and if you are interested in selling our brand and get support from us of the high quality and stable quality and good service, and you want to try our products and service, you are always welcome to contact with us. Also for the European market, we also very professional. We have been doing the European market, I think, more than 10 years, and we designed a lot of items for our European customers, and we made a lot of CE with different tube size and with different shorts, category 2, category 3, single cakes, compound cakes, everything. We could answer any of your questions for the fireworks. Welcome to contact with us freely anytime. So see you.